everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be trying out some new makeup that I bought in Ulta for Black Friday. I wanted to try some new stuff out, and it's actually been a long time since I bought new makeup, and I don't know why, but I haven't been buying makeup. I've been buying a lot of clothes. That's where the cash flow is going. It is what it is, man. I'm not sorry. I love clothes so much. I come to you with curls and girly earrings because today we're going to be trying out the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm trying to catch her vibes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to catch her vibes. We got the palette. We got a few other things. I'm only going to be showing the new things, all the things that I already use. I'm probably going to do that off camera, but I just want to focus on the new stuff, which is just a few things. It's not a slew of things. So, yeah, we're going to get into this video. Thank you guys for coming on back. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and get into it. If I sound a little nasally, that's because I'm coming off my deathbed because I had the worst cold of life. I don't even know how I'm breathing. But there was a point I couldn't breathe. I just want to let you know. It's really bad. So I'm going to start off with this primer. I actually got this as a free gift because I spent, I guess, the proper amount of money. So I got this free gift. And this is, it says it's the Anastasia Eye Primer. It came with like the small teeny weeny size. I'm not bad at all. It's more liquidy than I thought it would be. I'm gonna start by applying that Puma. See how this works out. Yo, this is my second time filming this video. The first video, when I went back and looked at the footage, it was rushed. I didn't do an intro, and there was something left on my face. I'll just leave it at that since I'm sick and all. Well, coming off of sickness, I just blatantly left things sitting, disgusting things. It was just sitting on my face. So we're blending. This kind of dried down. It came out, okay, hair, seriously. Like Carli, how do you do it? It came out really liquidy, but now it's like drying down, which is cool. So I suppose I'll do the same, about the same look I did yesterday. Maybe not. I'm going to go in with the shade Steve. She clarified. It's a nickname for her dad, but I forgot if she said it was Steve or Steph. Not sure. But this is the shade here. Nice and warm. Yesterday I did go in with Bybel and Bowie. I'll show you them here. This is Bybel right here. And this is Bowie. And ultimately, it just looked gray on me. It was just gray. The mixture of the two, it just came out gray. So we're blending this out. It's blending pretty well. Just gonna keep working it here. The thing is, I really do like this Bybel shade. I feel like she has this shade often. Like as far as her, what was it, the BH Cosmetics? I think she came out with 2 with them. And I really do like the shade. It just depends on what I'm using it for. I'm going to use it now just to rub on the edges. I feel like there can be no Carli Bybel palette without this type of shade. I'm going to go in with the shade Jode, and it looks like this. Right here, I might throw OA on top of it and mix in a little aura too. These shimmers are revolutionary. Honestly, now I'm throwing OA on top of that, which is really nice. OA has like red and green little glitters throughout. It's very festive. And Jode is very, just that nice mercury-ish, bluish tone, which is really pretty. And then I'm going to take Aura. Oh, that chunked up real bad. Aura, and I'm going to put that on the outside right here. Okay, this is what we're working with so far. I am going to add a liner because I know Carli, she rocks a good liner. So I'm going to add liner, I'm going to add lashes, and then we'll be right back to go ahead and get into the face products. Alright, so I have my liner and lashes on. I cannot stand these lashes. But when I went back into my supply, I don't have any lashes. So I scruffled these up from the graveyard, apparently. Oh my gosh, this is just, let's keep pushing. So for foundation, what I've been using a lot off camera, because it's been a while since I have filmed, but I've been using the Juvia's Place Stick Foundation. The main thing I have to say, and this is in the shade Catsina, which is a little bit darker than me, which is what I like. I must say, I feel like when I use this, I feel like it's just so much cleaner than a liquid foundation. It's so much easier, faster, the blending is faster, everything is faster. So I feel like stick foundations are great for on-the-go people who don't really have a lot of time. That's the main thing that I love about this foundation. The coverage is nice, the finish is nice, the long wear is long wear. So that's really good too. And it is showing up. It is a little more neutral. It's more neutral than what's showing up on camera. It is not this warm. I don't know why it's looking like that, but it's so much more neutral. It actually matches me very nicely. We're going to be using the Beauty Bakery Instabake Concealer. I got it in the shade Baking My Heart 004. And it really is a nice shade. It's so tiny. But I have to tell y'all, when I used this yesterday, the first time I filmed, this concealer dries so fast. So if you will excuse me, I have to work quickly here. This is not a game. Okay, so that is the first stage of the blending. It really is a nice coverage. You don't need a lot of it, depending on what you want to go for. Me personally, I'm going to add more to my under eye because I do want some more coverage under there. All right, I'm going to go in and set my concealer and the rest of my face. This is the, hold on, wrong one. I'm going to be using two powders. This is the Maybelline in Deep, and this is the Beauty Bakery in the Flower Powder in Yellow. I'm going to start off with the Maybelline first. I've been using this more consistently now. This is the Black Radiance face powder, and this is in the shade Rich Mahogany, and I've been using this to set my entire face. I never, at least I don't remember, ever really having a staple powder that I set the rest of my face with, but I recently rediscovered this back in my makeup, and I started using it, and I feel like it's helping with the longevity of my makeup because I never used to set my whole face, but I feel like I need to. Obviously I'm an oily girl, so I should be setting my entire face, so I'm gonna have to get used to this. And this also helps to bring back the color of, my natural skin tone, especially after all that setting powder. I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer to bronze. I'm gonna skip on over this because this is my normal bronzer. Okay, so I have the bronzer on, contour, snatching of the face, all that is on. I did get a new spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And y'all know the one before I was using was the matte one, and it's like extremely matte. But I have to admit, I still kept using it because it really did keep me matte. And I'm just obsessed with being matte. Like, I just want to be matte. That's what I want. But I'm going to be using this one from now on. I think that it might be better for me. It probably might give me a new look. I probably was looking dry as heck, but I didn't care because I was matte. Like, I just want to be matte. But I'm going to be using this one. Let's see. So it has a nice smell, but the spray is really direct instead of being like a overall type of spray. It's really like one way. Is it my fan? So I'm going to go back in under the eye. I'm basically going to add Stev and Bybel together. I have reached a moment in my video where I'm realizing I don't have a lot of things. Lashes being one of them, and I don't have mascara. I'm looking in this palette and I'm noticing the shade Moo. And I'm really liking it. I'm looking at it and looking at it. I really like it. I'm going to add this to my inner corner on my flabby fold. Right? Alright, so I have highlighted. I'm really feeling this. This is turning out so much better than yesterday, I have to admit. So I've already talked about the gloss. This is Freebird by Morphe. This is my favorite gloss right now. This is my favorite gloss, period. My favorite gloss. It's so nude, it's so beautiful, but I did get this new liquid lipstick. That's basically the color of my skin. But I really like this color so much. And it's called True Story. It's a liquid lip by Morphe as well. And it's just a brown nude. And y'all, I love this color. I'm about to put that on. First, I'm going to line my lips with my dark brown as always. I wanted to zoom you guys in so you could see these shimmers. I just really love it. This is the final look. And now we're just going to get into discussing it. But look at that. Let's start with the palette. I'm mixed about the palette only because, to be honest, I'm just going to be honest. I love Carli. A huge supporter. I've been watching her for a very, very long time. I love her vibes. I love everything she stands for. It's awesome. And if I'm being honest about this palette, if it wasn't for the video and me just wanting to try it out really bad, the main color story, if this was like the color story of the palette, to be honest, I would not buy this palette. As a girl of my, skin tone, I wouldn't buy this palette. And it's honestly because, and frankly so, I can't use half of this palette. So paying $45 for this palette for me, and not being able to use half of it, it's like, why would I even buy it? The shimmers are basically the main thing for me in this palette. I'll be reaching for the shimmers in this palette. That is it. Because I can't use half the palette bare. Bybel is barely making it. I may have to mix it with something. Chai, no. Cindy, no. Bowie, it just, honestly, on me, when I try to use it, it turns up gray. And but as for every single one of these shimmers, I can use every single one of these shimmers. And it would be absolutely gorgeous. So that's the only thing I'll be reaching for this palette for. So would I recommend it to a girl of my skin tone? No, I wouldn't. Because half of it, I'm telling you, you really can't, honestly, you can't use it. It's just not, it's not practical for a dark skin, person, male or female. It's just not practical for somebody of my skin tone, but it is beautiful. I'm pretty sure those shades work perfectly on lighter skin tones. I'm sure they blend out great. Not taking away anything from the palette, but I can't use half of it. That's the reality. Moving on into the spray. Obviously, I can't really tell right now if it's cool. Right now, it's holding me together, but I am freshly done with my makeup, so I think this is going to be good. It's going to be a complete turnaround from the matte spray that I've been using. I think this is going to be great. This is probably going to be my new go-to. I'm not really picky about setting sprays. It's just I want to be matte. So that's the bottom line. This concealer is bomb. I know a lot. I follow a lot of makeup artists who actually use Beauty Bakery products. And especially on the darker skin tones. They just look absolutely flawless and beautiful. This is full heavy-duty makeup. Beauty Bakery complexion products is heavy duty. Really heavy. This stuff dries so matte. It's very matte and it dries so fast. So I'm really feeling it. It's small for a reason because you don't need a lot, and unless you're a full coverage beast like I am, at least as far as under my eyes, I gotta be snatched under my eyes. So this is probably one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks I've ever tried. So Morphe, your formula, bomb. I really love this color, bomb. I feel like I've been trying to find a color like this for a while that basically makes my lips disappear, like concealer lips. I'm here for that. I like that. With a little liner around it, and this gloss on top is perfection. So I'll probably be using this for a while. Just get tired of it now so you won't have to get tired of it later. And that's it. I'm glad you guys are sticking with me. Be sure to follow me on Instagram because I'm always there when I'm not anywhere else. I'm always on Instagram. Here is my Instagram name right here. And I'll be sure to see you guys in my next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.